merge sort. Okay. So we will start public static void string sorry, and then we will just what is this function? Ma'am has already taught this in the last class. Can I know what is this? What is this scanner? Yes, someone? Yes.
For giving inputs.
Yeah. Guys will not speak in your class. Only girls will be speaking. All boys are mum. So random function to get the random numbers, and we are just asking the user to enter the size of the array. As you know, for the merge sort program, we use an array. Hence, we need to ask the user to enter the size of array, isn't it? Yes, that we will just take it into the variable n. So what is this next int? Many were asking doubts on this also that day. Ma'am was explaining. Now those people who asked the doubt, they should answer. Who have got to know the answer, they are supposed to answer for this. What is this next int? Boys, I don't want only girls to answer for everything. We are creating an array of n elements, space. As you know, what is new used for? When is new used for? When do you use news? New, sorry. When do you use new? What's the what is new? If you're not answering, I'll not continue only. I want boys to answer for this. What is new used for? The keyword new used for?
It stores int values.
Sorry? It store? It is for dynamic memory allocation, isn't it? Instead of calloc, malloc and realloc, we have new year in Java. It's used for dynamic memory allocation, the space of to hold n elements. It's created and the pointer for that will be array. Okay. Then next we will just try to take the elements. So this we will not give the elements, it is taken through or generated through the random function, isn't it? So we have the elements stored onto this array by using the random function. Okay, then we will just print all those elements, that is Like if you want, you can print, because as it is generated random, you can just print it once and check. As the numbers will be 5000, because the input here, whatever we consider, will not be in tens or hundreds, it will be in thousands. So if you print also, the screen that can't hold so many numbers, but then also you can try to print once and check the numbers. And after that, we will start with sorting the elements. The main logic we will apply. Okay, so after printing the numbers, you can just start. This holds the time, start time, because we have to calculate the time complexity. As we have to calculate the time complexity, so it becomes necessary for us to note down the time. So that we are just keeping it to variable start. Okay, as it is whiteboard, little bit handwriting goes here and there like that. Just okay, sorry for that. Then we will call the merge function. So we have merge sort, for which we will be passing the array starting index and the ending index, right? Starting index and ending index. And after doing the merge sort, we will also have to so we have the end time. After performing merge sort, so beginning and ending, we'll just note down the time. Okay, then we will just print the sorted elements after that. Now we have to write a program for this merge sort. We have to write this function merge sort. So after this, we will just print the elements. The main program, we are just writing it out. Print. So values after sorting. So as you know, to print an array, we obviously need an for loop. So we will just, here we are using for loop. Some loop we need, isn't it, to print the elements which are stored in the array. So we will print you know the difference between print and println, I guess. What is it? What's the difference between system.out.print and println? Very simple. Yes. What? People are there in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. Println gives the next line.
That's all. And people can't answer for that also. Or you're not prepared to answer. Okay. So we have some calculations done to print the time. So that we'll look into that later. So let's write down the actual merge function now. Okay, let's write down the actual merge function and the merge sort. You all know that we need both, isn't it? Merge sort as well as merge. Inside merge sort, we will just call the merge function also. So let's write down. Merge sort. If you look into the algorithm, whatever we have discussed, it's the same algorithm which is being transformed into program. Okay. So we'll be passing array and the lower index and higher index. That is 0 is copied onto low and n minus 1 is copied onto high. Right. Then we have to divide the array into two halves. For that, we will take one more variable mid. You cannot mug up the programs unless otherwise you will know the logic. So you will have to know the logic and then only you have to start writing the program. So we need an mid position, hence we take the variable mid for the same. Then, so how long do we continue? Until we have elements. So low is less than high. In that case, what do? We will find the mid position. How do we find the mid position? It is nothing but low plus high by 2. And then after that, we will call the function merge sort, isn't it? And we have two halves here, right? We have divided the array into 2. Hence, we will pass one half to one merge sort. We will sort them separately by calling this merge sort function twice and passing the index accordingly. So we will pass the first part into this. So what should I pass here? First half I want to pass to this merge sort function. What should I pass here? Array I'll pass anyway. Index, what should be the index? Whatever I'll pass. The first half. You have the mid position also. Now you should tell me, how do I pass? Array, then I want to pass the half element. Suppose I have elements like this. Okay, let's assume that we have elements as such. Something like this. Okay, let's assume that we have just partitioned. Now I want to pass this for this separately, this left array and right array, so and sort them separately. Again, I'll apply divide and conquer for this, and that's how the divide and conquer works. It was well explained with the tree of recursive calls also, and you had written the tree with the elements, how it is sorted, how it is merged again. If you will remember, you have attended in your IA also, and many have neatly written those trees and all. Now you tell me what should be the index, what I should pass here. I have got the mid position.
Low to mid.
Yes. Low to. I am expecting answers from others, but no one else is replying. Only when I ask, some girls will reply, and only when I insist, some boys will reply. Otherwise, only Rachita will be replying all the time. Why like that? Do I teach only her? Is that so? See, 53 in the meeting and still answer from only one. Vivek, what should be the
Yes, ma'am.
parameters for the next function? Tell me now. I want to pass the next half into this. I'm calling one more. Now you tell me what I'll pass here. I'll pass array anyway. After that, After that. After that.
High.
After that. Here, what should be the parameters? Whatever I'll pass. It's not that you are looking into this program for the
High.
first time. Yes. High. See, from here to here. This I have passed. Yes. I divided the array into two halves. I have passed this. I passed as I have just sent this elements to this function. How about this? What are the parameters? Now I need to pass here.
Mid plus 1 to I.
Yes, fine. So it is mid plus 1 to high. Okay. So this half is passed separately here, and the other half is also passed separately for here. So again recursion happens, isn't it? And how long it is continued? Until low is less than high. That means there is single element. Okay. Until you divide the array into a smaller problem. In this case, smaller it becomes a smaller problem. Only one element will be there in the array. So that long this will be divided. So I'll just divide array elements, and I perform merge sort. Okay, I've just divided it by using this merge sort. Later I have to merge it. I'll sort it and later I'll have to merge it. So for that I need one more function, merge. So for merging I have to pass array, isn't it? I have to pass array, and the whole array I have to pass. So I will pass low, mid as well as high. Okay. All three, the whole thing I'll pass in order to merge the elements. I'll just end the program here. Now, the complete program is over or not over now? Is the complete program over now, or I have missed out something? Because this is how you did in your IA. You wrote this much and you left. Can you get output for this? Whatever I have written? What is missing here? What is missing? Yeah. Can I leave it like this? This is what you had done in your IA, isn't it? First IA, when merge sort program was asked, it was asked to write the algorithm for merge sort. People wrote only this much. Only this merge sort they wrote. And here they don't even bother to write, check whether it was merge or merge sort. All three merge sort, merge sort, merge sort. That shows that you have not understood anything. Right? So what we have to do is, we have to divide and then we have to merge it. So we have two functions here, merge sort, which is recursively called, and merge, to merge the elements, for which we are passing low, mid and high. The whole array we are passing. Right? So what do we do in this? We will just take the elements, compare and put it into one more array. Right? We will use an extra array here in merge sort. If you will recall the program, the algorithm, whatever we had discussed, and the problem, whatever we had discussed, there I had told you while writing the algorithm that the elements will be copied onto one extra array. Right? That's the overhead here. We are using one extra array. It's not in place algorithm merge sort, because it uses extra space than which is already given. Array already holds one space. Again, to perform merge, we are using one more extra array, and then from there again we'll copy back that into our array, ARRAY array here. So lot of things are happening. So we are just using extra space, hence it doesn't come under in place algorithm, right? Whereas quicksort, it will not use any extra space. So we have to write our merge program now, right? So merge program will write. Static public void merge, and what is that I have sent here? Those I should receive here. So accordingly, I should have the matching parameters here. So I will have one array, right? I should have one array, and I need an low. It can be the same, the names you can use the same, or you can use something else also. Mid, and I need high also. Clear? Then I'll just take some index variables. I'll declare some variables because we'll be in need of this. Then I also declare an array C because, as I said, merge uses extra space. Hence, I will just take an array which can hold some elements. So this is the size whatever I have given. Now, you know very well that we need I and K both will point to the low position. Okay. And we will have one more index J which will point to the element after the mid element. Immediately after the mid, we have the next element. So it points to that. Fine. Because we have two arrays which are being passed here for merging. So we will just take those and start merging, because we will compare. We'll compare and we will merge. So we have K as well as I initialized to low, and we have J which will be initialized to mid plus 1. That is half. Till half we have an index I which points to the first element, and after mid plus 1, J points to mid plus 1. Now we compare and we will just merge it. So it was well explained with the recursive tree. If you will remember, with the index you had written, isn't it? It works the same way. So while I is less than or equal to mid and J is less than or equal to high. Okay. So I comes till mid and J from mid plus 1 to high, as you can see here, from low to mid, and this J from mid plus 1 to high. So array we have partitioned. So low to mid, and I will come from low to mid, and J will start from mid plus 1 to till high. So till then we will do this merge. Okay. Now after that, what we'll do, we will just compare the elements. Which element, which two elements I'll compare? Now I have an index for the first element and second index for the mid plus 1th element. So which two elements I should compare now? Those two only, isn't it? So where I have the index. So I will compare array of I, whether it is less than or equal to array of j, right? Whether it's less than or equal to array of j. And then what do I do? If it is true, what element I'll keep it in C array? Now you tell me and I'll write down. If array of I is less than array of j, which element I'll put it into C array? You have to answer. It's an interactive session, isn't it? Yes. Which element will come on to C array? C is an array which holds the sorted elements. Yes. People are there in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What I should copy here? If array of I is less than array of j, which element I'll copy on to C array?
K.
Yeah, no. I just want to know which element is copied onto C array. Array of I or array of j?
Array of I.
Yes.
Array of 5.
Yes. Because we are comparing two elements. I means what? Low, the first element. Array of j means what? Mid plus one element. Say after half, whatever element you have, that is compared. And whichever is smaller, that is being copied onto C, isn't it? You cannot take this and you cannot compare here. Because here we have just divided the array into two parts. Again, merge sort is applied for this, and how long it is divided until you find one element, isn't it? If you will remember whatever how we have done, let me open that and show for you. Then it will be clear for you all. PPTs, do you remember? We have done it by using the trees. Let me show you that notes. Then it will be clear for you. In merge sort, we had written that. So here, until that. Assignment due date is July 1st. Try to finish within the time specified deadline. Otherwise, you will lose marks.
Miss MST ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ miss.
Only for you, it's not happening, I guess, Sandeep.
Miss MST ಮಲ್ಲಿ upload ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ miss.
You first attend the classes regularly.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you speak to me. Till then you don't speak. Okay, this one, right? Yes, we divided like this, if you will remember, isn't it? So how long the partition is done? Until we find the problem size as too small. So when do you consider the problem size as too small? When you have single element in the array. So we will divide it like this. That's what happens here, right? We have just divided this into, assuming that we have divided. So what do we do next? So that is done by using these functions, merge sort, merge sort. We will just divide it. And after that, we have come to merge, right? So we have, yes, we'll compare u of I and u of j. Then whichever is smaller, that will be copied onto C array. Okay. So merging one single element, it happens. Suppose we have come to this stage. It happens with single element like that. Then we have, suppose we have attained this stage where this is I. You are assuming that this is I, this is mid plus 1, and this is high. Now elements 2 and 1 are compared. Array of I is compared with array of j. Then if A of I is less than A of j, which element should be copied onto this C array? Whichever is smaller, isn't it? So A of I is smaller according to this, whatever we have written. See, if array of I is less, then it obviously means that it should copy. Shall I write it? Is that clear now? So the index,
Yes, ma'am.
Index whatever I am using is k. So only I have this one more k here with low value, which means that k is pointing to the first element. So I will store first index. I just store that element and increment so that I can hold the next element. So C of k plus plus, I will put the element which is smaller according to this statement. This is smaller. If this is true, I is smaller, isn't it? Thus, I am incrementing so that after copying it, both will go to the next position. Yes. Else, on the other hand, if it is smaller, it's very obvious that we have to copy array of j. That's it. It's not that tough, isn't it? You no need to by heart the program. You have to just understand the logic. Yes. Fine. So what we did, we just took index k and I pointing to low and j pointing to mid plus 1, and we compared. So how long we do this? Until the elements in the first half array exhaust and second half array will exhaust. When they exhaust, when I is equal to mid. When j exhausts, when j is equal to high. Then we compare the elements. If A of I is smaller, I'll put that into C array and index will be incremented to point to the next. Otherwise, j will be placed in C array and accordingly index will be incremented because we have to move it, isn't it? So how long this happens? Until there are elements in both. Right? Recalling whatever was taught. Right? So we did 2, 1. So now which element I am copying? Which one is smaller among 2 and 1? 1.
1.
Yes, I'll copy 1 here and I'll increment this so that it points to the next element. And I also increment this k to point to the next space. Right? Now, I'll compare which two elements now, you tell me. Which two elements I should compare now?
Two and 4.
Yes, right. 2 and 4 are compared, isn't it? Because I have moved this. This is as it is. And I have moved k. This is k, this is j, and this is I index. So 4 and 2 are compared. Which one is smaller now? 2. So 2 is placed here and k will be incremented and I will be incremented. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now 3, we compare 3 and 4. Among 3 and 4, 3 is smaller. So 3 will be copied here. I will be incremented. K will be incremented. Now, which two are compared? 8 and 4, right? So which is smaller? 4 is smaller. You are following whatever I am explaining here? Because if you understand this, you'll come to know why next while loops we are using. Otherwise, you'll not come to know. Okay, how long are we continuing with these two? Until I is less than or equal to mid, j is less than or equal to I. While I is less than or equal to mid and j is less than or equal to I, we are performing this operation. This, whatever we wrote here. This operation is performed until I is less than mid and j is less than I. After that, what we have to do, we'll write it. Let's see this first. Clear? Now, where we had stopped, we were here. 8. I was pointing to 8 and j was pointing to 4. Yes. Now, I will compare, and which one is smaller among 8 and 4? 4. So we'll copy down 4. We'll increment j and we will increment k. Then we'll compare 5 and 8 which is smaller? 5 is smaller. We'll copy down. And here we increment j, which is pointing to 7. And I is again pointing here. And here we will have k being incremented to the next position. Sorry. Then we'll compare 7 and 8. Smaller one 7. We'll copy down here. We'll increment. So now what happens? You tell me now. J is also incremented now. So what happens as it crosses the index? Now when we come back to the while loop, what happens? While loop should be continued until j is less than or equal to high. Here it has crossed, isn't it? Elements over. What does that mean? The while loop is false. Is a while loop. It will come out of the while loop now, isn't it? Because this condition fails. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good. So as we have seen, the elements in this have exhausted and we have come out of the loop. But still there are elements. How many elements? 8 and 9 left out in this loop, in this array. We have to copy this. So I have 2 while loops. Okay, because the elements may be in such a way that this may get exhausted and there may be elements left out in this. In this case, this is exhausted and we have come out of the while loop, but there are still elements 8 and 9 in this left half. So we have to copy these elements. In some cases, depending on the elements, it may happen so that there may be elements in the right half and this may get exhausted. Once either of them get exhausted, we have to come out of the while loop, leaving the other elements. So we should have 2 while loops to copy the remaining elements from both the arrays if it is left out, either of the array if it is left out. So only we have 2 more while loops. Okay, let me write that. So what are we supposed to do after coming out of this while loop? We will check while I is less than or equal to mid. In that case, what you do? You just copy it. Copy and store it in C array, all the elements. Okay. In case if right arrays, there are elements in the right array, copy them. Either this or that, depends on the type of elements you have got. So just array of here j++. Okay. So this while loops, you understood why we have to. Once this condition fails, we have to check whether there are remaining elements. We have to just copy them because they will already be sorted. Okay. Then after that, we have a for loop. We will take a for loop and copy all the elements from C back to A. Now this should be up to starting from low. I less than or equal to which value I should take here? Which value I should take here?
K minus 1.
Yes.
K minus 1.
Yes, K or K minus 1. If low is 0, is it 0? Whatever we have passed, we just check. Was it 0? Whatever we passed? Tell me, yeah. Yes, ma'am. We have told already. You are only asking again and again. Okay, it is K minus 1. As we have started the index from 0. Okay. Then we will just copy down all the elements onto this from C. Clear?
It's 12 o'clock.
Fine. This is how the program goes. Is the merge sort program clear now for you all? Now, whenever I'll ask, you can just take pen and paper and write down like that. I guess you have understood like that now. As you know the logic, you can just think and write without having to by heart the program. Can I assume that now? You know why every loop is there, why we have taken this while loop. Why we have taken this while loop and why we have these two while loops. Why we have this for loop. Why we have this ki pointing to low. What is this mid plus 1? Everything you have understood, I guess now. Have you all?